Britons want quality of life indicators to take priority over economy. Polls finds majority would like ministers to prioritise health and well-being over GDP during coronavirus crisis. Boris is up 18 points, you're sending mixed signals UK. That's because the majority aren't uber wealthy and at risk. Unfortunately, those are the people who have all the influence over policy. Can we please stop posting online polls and acting like they are actual news? This is the best TLDR I could make, original, https://www. Thaguardian. com/society/2020/May/10/ Britons want quality of life indicators priority over economy. Coronavirus, reduced by 72%. I'm a bot. Measures of the UK's quality of life should replace the publication of purely economic indicators, campaigners and politicians have urged, as polling has found a substantial majority of the public want ministers to focus on improving health and well-being over economic growth. A YouGov poll has found 8 out of 10 people would prefer the government to prioritise health and well-being over economic growth during the coronavirus crisis, and 6 in 10 would still want the government to pursue health and well-being ahead of growth after the pandemic has subsided, though nearly a third would prioritise the economy instead at that point. The focus on GDP means economic growth can take place at the expense of the environment, and people's quality of life, without any of the resulting damages ever being taken into account, the report argues. Extended summary, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditaldr/comments/ghdnjl/Britons_want_life_indicators_to_take/FAQ, http://np. Reddit. com/r/auditaldr/comments/31b9fm/FAQ_auditaldr_bot/version 2. 024861221TL, DRS so far. Feedback, http://np. Reddit. com/message/compose, 2=%23 auditaldr PMs and comments are monitored, constructive feedback is welcome. Top keywords, well-being #1 growth #2 GDP #3 economic #4 health #5. Yet the same people who want to prioritize well-being aren't ready to lose their job. Separating well-being of the economy and well-being in general is a false dichotomy in our system. Many employers won't be able, even if forced and generous with employees, to survive quarantine for significantly longer. I also bet many of those pro-well-being folks would penalize a government raking up an even more obscene deficit in an election or two. We could of course change the system, but I somehow suspect many of the same people who said well-being wouldn't support a radical systemic change. We're at a crossroad. Let's see how it will play out. Median home price divided by median income should be the metric we use for how well the country is doing economically. Back in the 70s, median home price/median income was around 3 to 4 in most parts of the US, meaning a normal home would cost about what you'd make in 3 to 4 years of working. Now it is approaching 10 plus in most areas. Housing are still being sold, but the buyers today can't afford much else after the mortgage payment is made. The stock market is flourishing, but the average person is doing terribly. Oh well, isn't that convenient? All of a sudden the peasants don't want to feel abject misery. Want quality of life indicators. Voted for Brexit twice. Thinking face. I really can't see how the well-being of your people isn't the #1 priority of any nation. An economy should simply be a means toward an indication of that goal. The problem with that is promoting health and well-being is dependent on GDP to fund a health service and other government programs. Pretty sure quality of life depends on a healthy economy regardless. Edit. Saying that it has to be a certain type of economy is just trying to argue for argument's sake. I mean, no kidding. That the quality of life depends on a healthy economy is pretty much analogous to a smooth ride on the highways depends on good roads. Probably shouldn't vote in back-to-back conservative governments then. \laughing in Tory \. At a certain point, GDP is a leading indicator for health and wellness, right? Such a tough problem, uneasy. GDP impacts health and well-being. Do these people not realize that health and well-being is intrinsically linked with the economy? No shit. I don't give a fuck about GDP, I'm not an investor or oil/gas/steel magnate, I'm an ordinary person, and what affects my life is the price of a loaf of bread, not the fluctuations of a market share. Because they're enjoying the furlough scheme. Once that winds down and redundancies start piling up, the attitude will change. Of course they do. But how long is such a system sustainable? International trade and taxes have to be a major part of a nation's income, which fund public programs, but without them, how do they expect them to be funded? I want to prioritize X over the economy. Spoken from people who have clearly never suffered through a terrible economical collapse or had to deal with much in terms of economical uncertainty. Ask people coming from crippled economies how important a healthy, well-functioning economy is. Health and well-being of whom? Earlier today, I was talking to a friend about Bill Gates' statement about ignoring the bodies in the corner, and I agree with the sentiment, but I find it interesting that people, famous and otherwise, are suddenly so concerned with human lives and well-being. Most of the world's population has accepted the reality of war, sweatshops staffed by children, and extreme poverty in their own countries in order to continue their own comfortable existence. So where is this sudden surge of empathy coming from? Is it sincere? Does this empathy extend only to those affected by the virus, because the economy has no bearing on the quality of life? Got it? LOL. Welcome to America, where our federal and local Republicans feel like life is less important than money and the economy. Crazy citizens value their quality of life over the 1%'s stock portfolio. How dare they? I was actually thinking about this yesterday. Instead of looking at how billionaires are doing, DJIA, we should be focusing on shit like median wage, employment, happiness, etc. Might as well just remove the stock market completely. At this point it's just corrupting our officials. Oregon, United States here. This is the argument behind everything right now. Fight for human life or money. I'm staying in. So why the F? Are they consistently voting for the Tory bastards? Humans are idiots. The economy pays for quality of life. Measure the latter, but maximize the former. Opinions will likely flip when this is over. GDP used to be a much better indicator of QOL than it is today. I think mental health issues will shoot through the roof after that mental speech last night. Don't go to work but go to work. Go to work but don't use public transport. Stay alert but don't leave the house but leave the house. Absolute bollocks. I'd like quality of life too. More specifically, I'd like the job back that I lost because the economy went to shit. I'd suggest that for the 33 million Americans that just lost their jobs, a good economy is quality of life. GDP and well-being are related to each other, but not siblings. We can direct our effort towards things that directly benefit us and reduce the ones harmful, costly, for our planet. So bye-bye quick fashion, useless kitchen equipment, meaningless driving, and most of the international tourism. How to make energy and food production truly sustainable in the long run, that's the main question. One thing people hate losing more than their jobs is losing their lives. Eli 5 please. But how do people propose this functions reliably? Imagine you are a country without a war chest of vast wealth or printing a controlling currency, dollar and euro. How do you support an entire economy during a crisis where actual GDP is zero? I have been asking people to give me a real answer besides government pays for it, but no one can help. I don't disagree people are more valuable than money, but I don't understand how you pay for this all. Publicly elected officials representing what those who elect them want? No, don't be silly. GDP is such a faraway concept though. No wonder people think this way. But health and well-being also goes hand in hand with a sound economy. The original questions is not interesting at all. It's the balance people are willing to take that's interesting.